Tonight, we are coming to you from Bathgate, and I will be joined by comedians Janie Godley, Ahir Shah, Mark Nelson, and presenter and journalist Kay Adams. That's Breaking News with me, Des Clark, tonight at 10 p.m. on the BBC Scotland channel. I'm Des Clark, and this is Breaking the News, the show that breaks the week's news and asks four opinionated panellists to put it back together again. And we're coming to you this week from Bathgate. What a welcome. Joining me are comedian and writer Janie Godley, and alongside her is political comedian Ahir Shah. And facing them are journalist and broadcaster Kay Adams, and she's joined by award-winning stand-up Mark Nelson. In the news this week, Coca-Cola have revealed for the first time that it produces 3 million tonnes of plastic packaging a year. Pepsi have not yet released their figures. However, it's suspected to be almost the same, but just not quite as good. And two farmers are making vodka from potatoes that shops say are too ugly. Unfortunately, supplies are very limited, as after necking the first bottle, the farmers suddenly think every potato they see is the most beautiful potato they've ever laid eyes on. I love you. There we go. That is the breaking news. Let's crack on with round one. This is the broken news round, where our teams have to guess which two major stories of the week have been mashed together into one single news headline. Now, Janie and Ahir, can you tell me the two stories mixed together here?
The Prime Minister has told MPs that she wants to
fake athletic scholarships
to leave the EU despite her second overwhelming defeat. Mrs May confirmed that she would
cheat on exams,
paving the way for Britain's departure.
Well, it's been a quiet week for news. But there was two stories there in that mashup. Janie Godley, there were enough clues there to show us. What do you think story one might be?
I think story one might be, I know nobody's heard it, so bear with me. It might be the Brexit.
It's absolutely right. Parliament voted against Theresa May's deal for the second time, which forced a vote against a no-deal exit. So it's now looking likely there will be an extension to the UK's leaving date. Janie, what's happening?
Theresa keeps on saying that Nicola Sturgeon keeps on wanting a vote for independence, and, you know, like, you just can't keep getting the vote until you get the result you want, says the woman who's had 17 raffles and 4 votes in one day.
I'm starting to think that this may not have been the smartest thing we've ever done.
Kay Adams, what do you think?
Oh, what a cynic that boy is. For one so young, isn't he? My goodness. No, I hear the extension is going to be a short extension. It's going to be till April the 1st.
Michael Gove, when Theresa's voice went, he had to take over the other day, like some kind of substitute teacher that nobody really respects. And he came on the other day and he says, the last thing we want to do is vote down this deal because we don't want to plunge the country into a period of uncertainty. As opposed to this moment where my 3-year-old has more certainty over what he's doing with his day than we do just now.
I think the reason Theresa's voice has gone isn't that she's, you know, like, over-talking. I think every single night when everybody goes away, she stands at the back of 10 Downing Street and just puts and goes, ah! For like an hour, because I'm sure that's why her throat's sore. I was doing stand-up at a comedy club, and there was a woman in the front row, and I said to her, where are you from? And she said, the Netherlands. And I said to her, see, after Brexit, see if I give you my address, can you send me migraine tablets? And she said yes. And in that moment, I got a better deal than Theresa May's ever had.
Theresa May's last-minute efforts to get a new deal with the EU left her a little horse, which is fitting because in 3 months' time, a little horse will be the country's most popular mode of transport. Right, Brexit is correct, Janie and Ahir. You got a point for that one. But what was the other story we were after? Let's hear that clip again.
The Prime Minister has told MPs that she wants to
fake athletic scholarships,
leave the EU despite her second overwhelming defeat. Mrs May confirmed that she would
cheat on exams,
paving the way for Britain's departure.
So I think this is a sort of scam that has allegedly been running in the United States for people to effectively bribe their children's way into elite universities. So people were like making up that their kids were really good at obscure sports, or sending them to exam centers in Houston where everything could be rigged and other people could take the test for them. And yeah, a lot of people have been fined for this because what you're supposed to do is just buy a building for the university and then bribe your way in that way.
It's the right answer. It's the news that Desperate Housewives star Felicity Huffman is among more than 40 people charged in a US college cheating scam, according to unsealed court records. On the bright side, when the film of this comes out, there's a decent chance that she will get to play herself. So, swings and roundabouts. Is it taking it too far, Kay? Trying to cheat your way into colleges and schools?
That's terrible, isn't it? I'm absolutely outraged. Absolutely outraged. I got into Grangemouth High on my own merits. You know?
And well done, you.
Yeah.
What about you, Mark? Are you outraged? I mean, you're a parent. Would you do this to your own kids?
I would certainly never, ever use any of my children to further my career.
Show us that funny video. Show us that funny video.
How many hits have the videos had so far?
It's, just 230 million. I'm amazed. Like, I can understand the bribes for academic. It's the athletic scholarships. Because there was a football scholarship and they'd never played the game. And you're kind of like, how long do you think you're going to get away with this? Like, you're going to bribe your daughter to get in for a swimming scholarship. And then the first meet, oh, she's drowning. Oh, no.
You call this pushy parenting? I mean, like, it's rich white pushy parents are spending tens of thousands of dollars to do it. Indian pushy parents just do this with a rolling pin and a look in the eye.
Yeah.
You know, my mum and dad did not need to bribe anyone.
When I went to school at East Bank, my mum did the flip side of it. She said to me, take violin lessons. I went, OK, and then she pawned the violin and never took it back. That was the opposite.
Yes, the head women's football coach at Yale was allegedly paid $400,000 to accept a student who didn't even play the sport. That student, thankfully, no longer attends Yale, but they have secured a place in Alex McLeish's latest Scotland squad. Thanks, Jamie and Ahir. That was a mashup of the latest ins and outs of Brexit and the lengths that some wealthy American parents have gone to get their kids into the best schools. Mark and Kay, 2 stories and 1 clip for you. What do you make of this?
In the 50 years since oil and gas was first,
desensitised by graphically violent lyrics,
the Oil and Gas Authority
has found fans of death metal music
ought to be kept under the seabed.
Bit of a harsh way to treat those fans. So, 2 stories from the week's news. Mark Nelson, can you tell us what the first one might be?
I think it is, despite the fact that we were told we had none, we've actually got loads of oil. And loads of new oil has been found in the North Sea, billions of more barrels, and I think we should turn Aberdeen now into a Dubai-style state.
Weirdly, it's the right answer. It's shock news from the week. The forecasts of how much oil and gas could be produced by the UK offshore industry have been revised upwards. The industry regulator now believes 11.9 billion barrels will be extracted by 2050, up from an estimate of 8 billion barrels 4 years ago. So, Kay, is this good news then? We have more oil and gas, more resources?
Well, you know, we're now looking towards green energy and electrification of cars, etc., etc. So it's a wee bit kind of after the event, isn't it? I mean, I don't know what we're going to do with our oil. What are we going to do with it?
Sell it.
To who? To who, Janie?
Lots of folk with caravans. When the Brexit hits and we've nae hussies, trust me.
We could be a ridiculously prosperous country if we'd thought a bit more in the 70s. I did a gig in Norway last year, and it's amazing. You go to Norway, and it looks exactly like Scotland would if we'd kept our oil. and it cost 15 quid a pint.
Is that a trade-off you're willing to make?
I'll be honest, no.
So what about it then for Scotland? We've got more oil and gas than we thought we had, but I think everyone says we can't rely only on that. So what else could be used to help our economy? What other investments could bring some money into Scotland?
Soup.
Soup.
Soup. I think that everybody should start making a big pot of soup and selling it per cup. You're laughing now when the Brexit hits. You're all be like, can I get a big pot of soup? Aye.
Your idea of what the world looks like post-Brexit is a cross between, like, Cream of Tomato and The Purge?
Yeah. It's like Mad Max with lentils.
Yes, the revival in the oil and gas sector is correct, Mark and Kay. You got a point for that one. Let's play the clip again, though. What was the other story we were after?
In the 50 years since oil and gas was first,
Desensitised by graphically violent lyrics,
the Oil and Gas Authority
has found fans of death metal music
ought to be kept under the seabed.
So, we know that oil and gas is part one of this mashup. What do you think our second story might be?
Death metal music apparently does not desensitise people to violence. It's previously thought that it might. But I don't know what death metal music is. What is death metal music?
Well, we can actually get into that. This is a study published in the Royal Society Open Science Journal. We all buy it. Which claims to prove that listening to death metal music does not desensitise people to violence. The same cannot be said for those that live in the house next door to the person playing. They did a study. The two tracks they used were Happy by Pharrell Williams and Eaten by the Swedish death metal group Bloodbath. Now, I know, Kay, you're chomping at the bit. Here is that song. Let's have a listen to Eaten. If we play more than 10 seconds, we have to pay them.
Yes, it sounds like Theresa May.
There will be a third vote, and you will agree to my terms. So... Mark, are you a death metal fan?
Like, it's an incredibly easy thing to blame any violence on media. When I was young, I played Super Mario Brothers about 18 hours a day, and I have never attempted to fix a toilet.
As a follow-up to that, I've watched a lot of pornography, and again, I've never attempted to fix a washing machine.
I like that film, the woman who's like, hi, can I have a plumber? 2 minutes later, a plumber arrived. Telling you, I had an orgasm straight away. I've waited 6 weeks on a plumber.
So if it's not death metal that makes you angry, what type of music really annoys you?
Whale music.
Whale music?
Whale music. What is the point of whale music? I mean, it's supposed to relax you. You go to these spas or wherever you go, and it's like whale music.
I'm with you, quite right. That,
Thank you. Oh, terrible.
I'm trying to get exfoliated. Ooh. Is that just the woman that works on the desk, Sandra, with a toilet roll?
Well done, another point for you, Mark and Kate. That was the mashup of the expected yield from the UK's oil and gas fields, and the surprising news that death metal music is more likely to make you feel joyful than angry. And at the end of the round, the teams are all square. So this round is all about who is in the news. I will play you a clip of a mystery person. All you have to do is tell me who it is. Mark and Kay, you're up first this time. Just tell me, who's this?
Right now, I think it's really in the balance whether, I think that I'm very concerned about nastiness and misinformation spreading.
So that was a person in the news this week. Any ideas who that might be?
I think it is. It's the 30th anniversary of the internet, isn't it? And yes, and Tim Berners-Lee is now very concerned about the direction that it is going in, because I think he genuinely thought it would be a great addition to the kind of human condition, and it's all gone tits up.
And Tits Up is my favourite website. Tim Berners-Lee is your answer. Let's see if you're right. You are absolutely right. Yes, it is Tim Berners-Lee. Well done. This is the World Wide Web inventor, Sir Tim Berners-Lee, who's told the BBC that global action is required to tackle the web's downward plunge to a dysfunctional future. I'm no expert, but I think that means we turn it off and then turn it back on again. That works in my house, right? So, Mark Nelson, Tim Berners-Lee came up with the World Wide Web. It's not quite going how he thought it would.
It's a great thing, the internet, and it's also a terrible thing. It's the same with books. Like, I imagine this, people went through this with books. They would go, oh my, there's so many great literature around here. There's Dickens, and then suddenly, and then Dan Brown came along, and you go, oh my God, literature has got, I'm worried about the direction literature is going in here.
What do you think, Janie? Obviously, a powerful place, the World Wide Web, but there are some destructive forces on it as well.
I liked the old days when you couldn't call people names. You had to go up there close with a bit of chalk and write, Des is a dick. Remember the days? Where we had to write it.
I mean, to be fair, I still do that.
I've seen you.
What about you then, Ahir? 30 years' time, just look at that vision. Where do you see the World Wide Web?
Well, it feels as though, at the moment, humanity could really go either way, right? Like, I think either in 30 years, the internet is going to be in our brains and we're going to be directly interfacing with machines and uploading our consciousness, or we're going to be trading shells for water. And there's absolutely no middle ground. It is one of those things, ideally both at the same time.
Yeah, we might be trading soup.
Yeah.
A bit of insight. Kay.
I don't know, but I mean, Tim Berners-Lee needn't worry because it has been fixed by the Russians. The job is done, Tim. You're all right on that one.
Sorted it out, haven't they? Yes, 2 points to Mark and Kay. That was the creator of the World Wide Web, Tim Berners-Lee. OK, Janie and Ahir, it's your turn now. Who is this and why are they in the news?
Wales is famous for producing singers. We are the land of song. But some of the traditional stereotypes of daffodils and male-voiced choirs and Myfanwy are just too simplistic.
Right, there's a voice that's been in the news this week. Who does it belong to? Janie Godley.
Is Charlotte Church?
Is it Charlotte Church? What do we think? Yes, well done. That's the right answer. Charlotte Church, it is indeed. Why do you think we're talking about Charlotte Church this week?
I think she's speaking about her sobriety and her regretfulness that we have after you get drunk on a Friday, Saturday night. I think she's grown up a wee bit and went, it was brilliant back in the late, you know, the noughties being a lad and laggering it up, and now I'm going to take up pottery and do a wee bit of stenciling. I'm guessing.
Yeah, you know what, you're absolutely right. Charlotte Church has said this week that she's cut back on drinking because she cannot deal with the anxiety, shame and guilt that comes after boozy nights out. Charlotte's given it up and says that she feels fabulously bloody brilliant after cutting back since the start of the year. Mark, what about it then? Charlotte Church, she was obviously at one time portrayed as this wild child. It seems like she's calmed down at the age of 33.
It's just age. And it's just that the hangovers, like, it's not even the anxiety, it's the sheer brutalness. Because it used to be, when I was like 18, you could go out and drink for about 12 hours straight and then get up in the morning, quick Lucozade, back on it again. Whereas now I started leaving pints of water beside my bed. Like,
I just find it a bit boring, this thing. She's apparently done the January dry January, it's going to February, and I don't know why we keep having to have these kind of labelled months and challenges, etc. I mean, if you don't want to drink, don't drink, but everything's got to be a big kind of hurrah about it, and, you know, I just don't see the point of that.
It's just young people, they need words.
Yeah, but you're right.
It's just they need labels. They can't just go, we're gone shopping. They're like, ladies' day out.
what's that? Prosecco o'clock?
So Charlotte Church has given up the drink then. Let me ask our panel this question. What's the one thing you'd be willing to give up and why? Ahir.
I've had to give up cigarettes recently, or more accurately, people who love me keep shouting that they're worried I'm going to die, so now I have to smoke a USB stick.
Mark Nelson, I'll come to you. What thing would you be willing to give up and why?
I think, considering Brexit and Trump for the rest of the year, I am going to give up.
Might as well. You've had it now. There we go. That is that. Yes, Charlotte Church is giving up the drink. Charlotte Church has said her clean living vow will be broken if Wales win the Six Nations Grand Slam. If Scotland waited for a similar result before we had a drink, the entire economy would collapse and we'd be teetotal forever. Charlotte Church is the right answer. 2 points go to Janie and Ahir. So much of our news is about public opinion. So for this round, we've gone out and found some people to comment on the news. Janie and Ahir, for your team, we spoke to fitness coach Max. What story do you think Max is talking about here?
Well, I feel like most people in the UK should be able to pinpoint most places where they are, whether it is Scotland or England, but my dad's half English, so that's probably why I'm a bit better knowledge towards the whole of UK. I think nowadays, if you're geography, I mean, if you can't pinpoint where someone is on the map, it doesn't exactly mean that you're not very bright.
I think that Max was talking about the poor quality of geographical knowledge in the country.
That's like you listened to Max, then interpreted for the posh. I'll tell you what, you've nailed it. This is the story that half of UK adults struggle with basic geography. For example, many can't pinpoint where Devon is on a map, with 1 in 10 getting the county confused with Cornwall. It seems to be, Mark, that we're struggling with geography. Do you see this?
No, I don't. I am excellent at geography. And can I just say it is lovely to be here in Bishopton.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty good. Got a good sense of direction. It's my partner who's not very good. We drive to the end of our road every time. He will drive and we'll get to the end of the road and he will say, which way?
So according to this survey, 50% of British people don't know where India is. And I know where India is, so it's got to be 2 out of 3 out of Mum, Dad, or my sister. And that'd be an astonishing lack of memory for 2 of them, really.
Yes, a survey has found that half of adults cannot identify Devon on a map, although, to be fair, they were given a map of Zimbabwe. There were even a few people that didn't know where the Amazon was. I do. It's a big warehouse just outside Dunfermline. Yes, the fact that most of us are hopeless at geography is the right answer. 2 points to Janie and Ahir. Mark and Kay, here's librarian Dawn. What is Dawn on about here?
My house is currently very upside down as I'm decorating, so lots of things aren't getting done. I think there's a time and a place for cleaning. If you're stressed, it can be a stress buster. But if I'm being forced to do it, I always become more stressed.
So Dawn is stressed. What's making Dawn stressed? Any ideas? Kay, you're nodding away. Does that mean you know this one?
It's something about, is it being too busy to do the housework, that we're not as clean as we were once because we just don't have the time in our lives to do the housework?
Absolutely right, well done. The demands of modern life, such as balancing working hours and looking after kids, means a third of adults struggle to find time for housework. Is this a problem you have, Mark?
I have recently been watching Marie Kondo.
Oh.
On, yes.
I've seen this show on Netflix.
Yes, which I never thought I would get addicted to, a show where a small Japanese woman tells me how to clean my house.
You know, she does about sparking joy.
Sparking joy, yeah. You also have to thank your items of clothes for the joy and what they have brought to you. So I have thanked all of my old Scotland tops for making me realise that hope is a pointless thing.
I've got a great cleaning tip. Mark, you like a good cleaning tip? I see that. People out there, you get a special towel. It's usually your husband doesn't know that it's the Flair towel. That's floor. So you just wash the floor and get the Flair towel, put your feet on it, and then go around the house like
that's
that.
fun. That's fun.
There, the Flair towel. Sometimes you can put the sausage dog on it. It dries the floor and buffs it, and then you wash the towel and fold it up. Then my husband doesn't know that that's the Flair towel, and I occasionally see him drying himself with it.
What's your favourite word? Is it clarty? Is it minging? Is it midden? What would you go for?
Clarty doesn't have an R in it, Kay?
Oh, no, it does where I come from, clarty.
Well, that's because your R's are out there. Clarty. It's 2 T's, Clarty.
No. Are you clarty? Oh, no, I'm clarty.
She's got a clarty house and she's never taken a turn of the stairs and her windies are minging.
Is it possible for someone on the production staff to hire an interpreter? Right?
What, in your view, is the worst cleaning chore, the one that you hate the most?
I hate cleaning the bath, but only for the plug. Because it's something you only do about once every 3 months. And I'm the only one in my house that has short hair. So whenever I clean it, it looks like Chewbacca's had a shave. It's like...
Yeah.
You know when magicians just keep pulling stuff?
The lack of time to clean our homes is the right answer. Well done. 2 points go to Mark and Kay. And it's time now for our final quick-fire round, which is all about deciphering the numbers in the news. I'll read out a headline. All the teams have to do is fill in the blanks. So get ready, teams. When we run out of time, you'll hear this.
I'm buzzing to see yous.
That was Theresa May there, arriving back in Brussels. It'd be amazing if it was. It was actually MP Mary Black. There you go. Right, fingers on the buzzers. £60,000 will get you what?
A night with Des, no questions asked.
Definitely.
A fortnight with Des.
Absolutely. £60,000 will get you what?
Or the ladro you can fit in a display cabinet.
No, it's not. I can give you the answer now. £60,000 will get you a first edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Well, a collectible for you. UK adults do what every 12 minutes?
Dream of that night with Des.
Well, that's not true, because it wouldn't last 12 minutes. UK adults do what every 12 minutes?
Is it regret having children?
Every 12 minutes?
There's the personal experience of Mark Nelson there. UK adults do what every 12 minutes?
Is it look at their phone?
Unbelievably, after several appearances on the radio version of this show and probably many hundreds of attempts at getting a right answer, Jeannie Godley has just given me the correct answer.
I'm buzzing to see yous.
And that is the klaxon Mary has blacked, which means it is all over. And in a close contest at the end of the quiz, our winners this week are Jeannie Godley and Ahir Shah. So close. Commiserations to Kay Adams and Mark Nelson. Next week, we are going to come to you from Greenock, but in the meantime, we'll leave you with the breaking news just in. James Bond will drive an electric car in the next film of the franchise. As a result, various famous Bond films are set to be renamed, such as Live and Let Your Battery Die, A View to a Kilowatt, and Dr. No Gone Very Far. The news is broken. I've been Des Clark. Goodbye.